kind of cold, but then it's humid and doesn't know what it wants. It's kind of like it's like a me today. It's undecisive, doesn't know what it wants.
Did you say like a me? Like
Like
me?
a me, yeah. You can change your mind, you know how you feel, and you change your mind again. And it's one of those days.
I got you. I got you. Anything in particular or just like everything?
No, it's just one of those mornings frustrating. Like I haven't had any of those like weird episodes in probably 3, 4 months. And I woke up this morning, I was like, I feel funky. And like I knew to myself, like I just get these weird, like you can tell it's coming. And
Yeah.
the second I get in my car, it's like, holy fuck, the world is spinning. I'm gonna throw up. I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous. And it took me at least another 30 minutes to get to work today. Just like pull over, catch my bearings, pull over, catch my bearings, which is frustrating, but
I'm sorry. That is really fucking frustrating because it's like you have answers, but also not really. And it's like,
no, I don't because like so I was trying to like figure things out too. So I'm looking at my watch, tracking my heart rate, sitting in my car doing nothing. I'm at like 130. And if it was POTS, it would be probably higher. But I don't feel low blood pressure. I don't feel anxious. I don't feel nervous. I just feel like all of a sudden everything's spinning.
hmm.
I'm wondering if it's either like hormonally related or something to do like gut health, but I feel like my stomach's been good for so long, but there is a lot of data seeing that stuff like SIBO can cause similar
Oh yeah,
reactions.
SIBO and POTS is strongly correlated, but even then, it's like I'm also concerned about your cortisol since it's like low, right?
Yeah.
Which tells me that like there is some type of adrenal related like mismatch between like your blood pressure and heart rate. Like I feel like just because you don't feel like your blood pressure is low, but like your heart rate is so fucking high at rest to like balance you out. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
usually, but when that was happening with how I was feeling, usually my heart rate's probably like closer to like 50. That's why 130 sitting doing nothing is like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Damn, that's wild. Do you have like something where you know how there's like a continuous glucose monitor? I wonder if there's something that you can get that's like
Hmm.
a continuous like blood pressure thing.
Probably. Yeah, I've never really looked into it. I did just do labs. My cortisol is low, but not like alarmingly like it was. It's like a 10. So like we'd probably like to see it closer to a 14, but a 10 for me from a 1 at one point it was like a 1. It's
Yeah,
not
that's
horrible.
no, that's improvement. No, that's massive improvement. Which has been so frustrating because it's like, then why are these things still happening? But also it's like, I don't know what's going on in the back end in terms of like perceived stress, which I mean we're not going to get into that right now, but it's like, hmm.
You guys want to learn about my life? Everything about it? Just kidding.
Laura's like, let me just break out the cards.
Just kidding. So how about you? How are you doing? How are you feeling?
Pretty good. My roots need done. I get my hair done in the
I always forget how light your real hair is because right now it looks like you have a white streak.
dude, literally, I look like a fucking skunk. Like,
Jesus, your hair is so light.
I know, I mean, like, I don't want to say I hate it, but it's like I just listen.
You don't look like complexion wise that you would be a blonde. So that's why it's weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like listen, the creator, like, he just when they're like doing like, like create a sim, he like
Mm.
was like, blonde hair, boom. And but it was like dark features, dark pubes, dark everything else. Like, God damn, I'm like, bruh. Like my personality is not a blonde. You know better.
Mm.
But granted, it
Mm.
was a blonde, so I don't know. But no, I'm
Also, Meg is here with us in spirit today because she's getting ready for the big day tomorrow,
mm,
doing the Tampa Pro. She's gonna whoop some booty.
yeah. I'm actually disappointed that like I didn't plan better because I was like I could have done the Tampa Pro with her.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because they have the amateurs as well.
Oh, I was like, do I know? Is there something I don't know?
Bitch, look at me. Do I look like a pro? No. But no, they always have like the amateurs. I think on Saturday, so it would have been like cool to like do that. But I was like,
Yeah.
it's
It
still an
is
8 hour drive.
Texas the following week.
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Which that's a lot. I mean, good for her to do back to back, but
Honestly, though, if you're gonna do multiple shows, I would rather it like that than, I mean, I did one a month for 3 months, so that was extending it a little bit longer than
I mean, mine's gonna be like 5 or 6 weeks in between, but at the same time, it's like I did it not because there weren't shows. I just like didn't want to fucking travel again. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Mhm.
I guess it really
Yeah,
depends. But like, obviously, like for her, since she's like much more competitive and you can do shit like really quick with her in between shows, like that I understand, especially because like Cam is locked in. But like for me, it's like we have to like take time to like do what I need to do to come in better. But even then,
exactly. Your body needed to adjust to what you're trying to
yeah,
accomplish.
yeah,
So that's a
exactly.
little different too.
hmm hmm
So
But
I think we were saying to get into like social media and like I'm happy to be sharing in some aspects of this too, just because I feel like we're in a little bit different stages at the moment, but both relatable to viewers.
bro, yesterday or 2 days ago, I don't remember when, but it was like a one anonymous person like slid in at the last minute, and I'm sure their heart meant well, but it fucking wrecked me. I sobbed.
The
I
one that they were like, I want to see you lift heavy, that one.
Yeah, I sobbed, and I was like, they
I
don't.
read it and I was like, ah, fuck. Because like obviously it's hard to perceive that in any way other than how you're reading it, but I do think the person was not ill-intended with how they wrote it. At the same time, it's hard. Honestly, I put a friggin' anonymous one up the other day and someone posted easy on the gear, you look a lot older than you are. And I was like,
I disagree.
what? I'm like, you're the first person A to ever say that to me. One, how do you know I'm taking anything at all?
Yeah,
And you don't know my age either. I could look
yeah.
great for 55. Nobody fucking knows.
Like I personally disagree because like we look the same age because one,
My
we both have death face, but two, it's like,
actually, this is better. But my point being is like, take it all with a grain of salt. But
dude, no, like I agree with you, but like I sobbed at that because it's like people don't realize unless you're my close friends, like how much better mentally I am doing. Like I am not overthinking. I am training as hard as I possibly can, given the fact that I've been in prep since January. I just got a new training block, right? It's like I'm doing new machines and stuff like that. So I'm trying to learn to like do this all over again differently. And I am training as, like I said, as hard as I can within my program rep range and intensity. Because not everything is taken till failure right now with how Austin has me programmed. And it's
you
like,
usually train by yourself.
usually, yes, but sometimes with Eric, but like, I don't want a training partner because like it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me in the way that like and like that's the thing is like, I don't like why do like my question is I guess why do you ask that? Like what makes you think that?
Um,
That question.
just having somebody else there as like somewhat of a distraction for if you were feeling overwhelmed with all the newness.
But I'm not though. That's the thing. It's like I'm feeling so good in the gym. And like today I didn't even use headphones. Like I was just playing and having fun and pushing myself and it fucking sucked. But like it sucked in a good way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like because I've been doing so well to receive that anonymous comment, like I didn't view that as genuine because if you really were cheering for me, have the gumption and balls to like DM me directly, not hide behind NGL and be like,
Mm.
oh, I wish you trained harder. Like I am training hard, but it's like you don't understand like what I put my body through. And again, I have been dieting since January.
Yeah,
Again,
you're not going to grow right now. You don't have the fundamental everything going on to do that.
yeah. And it's like
But
I get it because it's like I share a lot of myself on Instagram and obviously in the podcast, but it's like I took that obviously in the wrong way, which is on me. It is on me because I received it poorly because I took it as like it's not enough. You're not enough.
you're going to receive things in the way that you hear them in your mind. I don't know how
Right,
else to say that.
right.
You're going to receive things the way you receive things.
Mhm.
Um, and there's nothing that's not a you thing. That's not a fault by you. But at the same time, like I try to be very selective on how much personal stuff I share. I share my training.
Yeah.
I'll share like updates. I don't get too into like I've had a really hard time coming out of this prep. I haven't really said a dick about it on social media because I don't want other people's opinions on it because I have enough opinions on it myself. Um, and I think that in a sense, as much as vulnerability is awesome, you have to be selective for your own safety and own health.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind too with what
Dude,
you're
no,
doing.
100%. I agree with you. I even spoke to Eric after I had like cried and processed and like done what I needed to do to feel it. And I was like, I just think I need to share less.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like that sucks because in a way it's like I enjoy being authentic and vulnerable, but at the same time I can still do that, but just
There are other things.
yeah, like it's like I'll continue to share my training and my posing and my clients and stuff like that, but it's like
Yeah.
people, I think I allow people to have too much access to me and they don't realize because like people think that they're friends with me on Instagram and it's like we're not. Like unless you have my personal cell phone number and we like text daily or chat on the phone or whatever, like we're probably not friends. We're
Yeah.
just like acquaintances that like to
Exactly.
shoot the shit. But it's like because people only get a certain glimpse, they still think I'm, being a fucking asshole to myself. And it's like, I'm not, right? But like that comment, like I allowed it to ruin me, which is again on me, but still.
People are always going to say something and have something to say and whatever. And, you know, when I say that, I've been struggling, it's been a kind of weird struggle because I've never, I had never been as solid as I was going into this prep with my mental health relationship with food, how much I was eating and all of that. Coming out of a prep for me in the past used to be like an extension of an eating disorder. Like
Right.
even the last prep I did was like a lot better, but still quite not to the point where I was starting this one. And now I'm like almost the opposite that I'm like, hey, like I'm fucking hungry all the time and I don't want to not eat because I'm hungry, but I'm on a reverse and I'm supposed to follow. So like your struggles are going to change too. And that's going to be as to like what is appropriate for you at that time. So people aren't going to follow every little bit of it.
Right.
So they see a little glimpse of what you're sharing and then think that, 3 months later, your life is still the same.
Yeah. So all that to say this, sorry guys, you get less of me because some of you don't deserve it. And I know that sounds very harsh, but it's what I need. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm glad that I learned this because now it's like, it's a learning piece, a learning curve. And it's something where it's like at the end of the day, it's really not that big of a deal, just Instagram, but it still is a big part of our lives because of our businesses, because we have like a presentation for our clients and all of that stuff. So like as much as it is a necessity, it's one of those things where it's like I'm just kind of closing it down a little bit.
I think that's a good entry too to like what we wanted to talk about today, just like Instagram affecting your personal journeys and
Yeah.
like, comparison is a thief of joy and all that type of stuff because it's very much true. And I've seen a few people talk about how like, oh, if you're in competition prep and you can't be on social media seeing your competition and not have that like stray you shouldn't be competing. Fuck that. I disagree. Because when you are at that point of, pushing yourself, maybe not quite there yet, still don't feel 100%. Like, I don't know if anybody ever feels 100%, even to the point they get on stage of like what they are bringing. Like, yes, you'll be happy to an extent, but like fully confident, unless you're really, really certain. I don't see most people feeling like that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with taking a step back from all of the outside noise and just focusing on yourself. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that you can actually control is what you bring personally and not whatever else comes. So that was one that kind of came to mind because I don't think that that's true. And I don't think that that should make anyone feel any less of a athlete, competitor, or all the things. Just because they don't want themselves kind of being psyched out by seeing who else is doing whatever. And not to mention, a lot of times what you see online, someone's best angles and this and that doesn't line up to what it looks like on stage.
Yeah, I think it's at the end of the day, it's like social media is as dangerous or as beneficial as you use it, right? Like we said before, it is a tool. And it is something where it's like if you're an athlete comparing your physique or, comparing programmings or exercises or whatever, it's like that is such wasted energy. It is such wasted energy in a sport that requires so much energy already, so much resources, right? It requires a lot of time, intention, focus, finances, support. And it's like, don't add insult to injury because you feel like you need to stay relevant because it's just not real life. Like it's literally not. Like Laura said, like it's the best angles or it's Chat GPT nowadays. And it's like be real as best as you can, but like don't allow it to eat you. Because at the end of the day, like, dude, they're just photos and videos of people or they're swipe posts of someone's opinions or whatever. Like, it's really not that big of a deal unless you think it is, unless you want it to be.
And there's such a different experience according to the individual.
Yeah.
Even for an example, working with clients, like I've worked with clients that can give 60% and be better than people giving every ounce of themselves. As frustrating as that is, it's reality.
Yeah.
And I've worked with the reverse that give every ounce of their being and still don't pan out to be where they want to be competing wise. And there's a million factors you can't control. It's just how it goes.
Exactly. And what you can't control, control it. And what you can't control, don't let it control you. Because
Exactly.
that's where it's like, that was my biggest struggle for the longest time. And now it's just like, it's kind of straddling the line between taking yourself seriously and caring, but don't take it too seriously. Right? It's like, for example, I had a lot of fun baking a surprise birthday cake for my friend Carol. And she also got, she passed like her dental exam so she could start applying to dentistry schools. And like, that was like a big mission of her for the past like 2 years, I think. And like, obviously, we were super proud of her. And like, I baked this cake, assembled it. It was fucking beautiful. I was really proud of myself, had a lot of fun. And then we go to cut it and like the whipped cream goes and obviously like when I was serving it like it looked like just like a kid just and I was like well that's just life, it's messy and beautiful and I didn't lose my fucking mind over it.
Still tastes great.
Dude, people they loved it, right? Like it looked like soup mess but yet it was still delicious according to them and that made me happy, right? But 2-3 months ago I probably would have thrown it away. I would have lost my goddamn mind over it because it wasn't perfect or it wasn't lining up with my expectation. But when the whipped cream just went, I just laughed because I was like, of course it did. It's whipped fucking cream. Like it's got no structural like capability. And it was just hilarious because it was so beautiful on the outside, but then it just went, "Bleh." And I love that. And it was a lot of fun, and we all like hemmed and hawed over it.
Funny.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big step for you, though. You're starting to be able to step back from old ways and being able to have a more positive experience. Honestly, I'm excited for you to obviously do your next go around, but even more so for an off season because I think that it's going to be a lot more productive now that you're mentally in the place to do so.
Yeah. Can I tell you some off-season goals? I feel silly, like, no, I don't feel silly.
Oh, say it.
I, for my off-season, I don't want to get ahead of myself because I am trying to stay in the present as best as I can. But my off-season goal is like 1 day a week, no bodybuilding. Like, other than just like going to the gym. But when I say going to the gym, like I'll do what I need to do programming wise, but like no food tracking. Like,
I
no
like that.
fucking MyFitnessPal. Like, I'm not gonna eat like a fucking monster. I just want to put the food scale in my drawer and not be on my phone being like, MyFitnessPal. Like, no. And then like maybe once a month, Eric and I want to have a dirty day, which I know that sounds pretty that sounds dirty as is, but like we just like want to order in pizza and be fat asses, right? And like I want
I
that.
want to rename it.
I know. Well, it's like we're gonna do like other stuff. Like I don't know. We might do some like
I
TH.
just picture you not showering. That was the first thing that came to
I
mind.
mean, maybe I might be wearing like 15-day-old sweatpants with stains on them, but I mean, it's dirty day. There are no rules other than be dirty.
Too funny.
No, but it is something where it's just like it's not that serious. Like I took this way too seriously for too long, and like a lot of it was hell, and that's just my own thing. It wasn't even social media. It was just me, but at the same time, like there are certain camps within social media that you can gravitate toward. And the people that you agree with, you're likely going to continue to follow them and engage in their content and absorb that. And it can either fuel you in a good way or fuel you in a bad way. And I definitely used it to like feel vindicated that I have to be like all or nothing perfect for bodybuilding because like I gotta take it seriously. And it's like you can care and take it seriously and not like not have fun. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like the whole like balance thing and shit like that. Like everyone has such a goddamn opinion on everything. Like the NPC second place pro card. Like some people are like losing sleep over that. I'm like,
Get
God,
out of here. If I had a second place pro card, I would be ecstatic. So like,
I would shit my pants on stage out of just pure bliss. So I appreciate that you think that too. Because like at the end of the day, it's like I get you didn't win the show, but you still won your pro card. And
so
now you're
here,
gonna go want to be better.
I was just going to say, let's get into that a little bit because this is just my thoughts on it. So top two win, awesome. Most of the time, top two are very close
Yeah.
as far as like it's not like some I don't want to put this lightly, like someone that doesn't show up that's in shape and all of the blah 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 undeserving.
Yeah.
Maybe occasionally, but unusually.
Yeah.
Um, and that's just going to give even more of an opportunity for that person to say, okay, I just turned pro. I know I came in second, so like I obviously need to still be better. Everyone always does. But before I'm going to go debut and blah 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 blah, I need to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I don't think anything, but we're also not pros. And I know Meg took the stance of disagreeing with us because she is a pro.
Hmm.
And again, I respect that opinion too, right? It's like I would be thrilled to earn my pro card even at second place. It still means that I lost the show. It
If they're
still
going
means that.
if they're going to do something like that, they need to change a lot of things. They need to change, you need to win an overall to qualify for nationals. They need to change that there needs to be X amount of people per class to have someone turn pro. Um, and I think that should also be a regional level thing too, like combined shows. It's not like everything is so far away from each other from where they're taking place. Like if they're going to be that much more competitive, then it's going to be across the board.
I could see room for that. What I don't understand that I think is kind of like silly Billy is like the ability to win like multiple pro cards. Like if you win
I
three
didn't
pro
do
cards,
good. Isn't it passed off to the next person?
I mean, I've seen people being like, I won my pro card 4 times or 3 times.
Yes, but I think the only one you're only allowed to accept one pro card because I know Jose Raymond turned pro like 10 times before actually accepting his pro card. So I'm pretty sure once you accept one, so say I did Masters 40, 35 open
Yeah.
and I won first place in every single one of those, I'd get one pro card. And then the person that was technically second gets a pro card.
I would hope that's the case, but even then, like I've seen like people that go to my gym like do kind of what you said, and they'll like have 2 pro cards. Like two. And I'm like, I don't understand how that works or why that matters, but again, like it kind of doesn't matter, I guess, because at the end of the day, it's like it's just he said, she said opinions. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I just don't
There's
get how that works and why you would take away someone else's pro card. But then again, people are like, yeah, but you're not taking it away because you weren't better than them. And I'm like, guys, it's just
listen,
bodybuilding.
but here's the thing, when it comes to, NPC, IFBB, all of the things, they're always going to have the most possible chances for people to win because that's going to give them the most possible contestants and most possible money.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's a business. Yeah.
I mean, look at Ashley Kasha, however you say her
I,
last
we say
name.
Ashley K because no one knows how to say it except her.
She's won how many like first place pro shows to qualify to the Olympia? She just lines them up and friggin' next.
Yeah,
No? I forget. I think that was last year or the year before she had like 21st place going into the
that was
Olympia.
crazy. Um, but as far as like the pro card thing, at the end of the day, it's like I understand both opinions and both sides. And I understand like it matters, but it's like people just like it's like in the comment section, like it's so violent, and I'm like, guys, you can each have an opinion and not like want to kill each other's families. You know
I
what I'm
think that goes for
saying?
anything
True.
for this entire country.
True. True. And like like the Sunday like hard to swallow post, it's like I do that for me because I want to share my opinion about how I view bodybuilding, but I also want to challenge myself when people disagree. So I
Mhm.
can gain their perspective and not take it so fucking personally. Because it's not personal. Like, granted, they could say, fuck you, you're dumb. Okay, yeah, that's directed at me. But, like, if they're, just sharing their opinion and it's not agreeing with mine, that's not a personal attack. They're just, using that platform. So it's something where it's like, again, like how you use social media is important. And like I haven't really told many people, but like those Sunday posts are for me. It's to challenge myself to receive others that maybe don't agree with me, but also like try to share how I view the lens of bodybuilding. It's
I
not
mean,
just like for content, even though it is.
anything is really the delivery, as long as you're coming off respectful for whatever the topic is, even if you're differing with opinions, I think that that's actually great. That raises conversation and thought process and all of those type of things. So if that's screwing up some people kind of replying to any of these things, lean into it and have a good conversation. No, I actually think about blah 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 this way. Maybe this is a different way to look at it.
Yeah, like that's what I really like to do. And this one girl, like in one of the posts about like it's bodybuilding, not Dance Dance Revolution, like she said that my opinion was very entitled. And I was like, I thought about it and I was like, I can see your point of view. And I want to hear what people's opinions are about her comment. And some people were respectful, some, I don't know, maybe took it too personally. But at the end of the day, it's like, again, they're just opinions.
Hmm.
Like they're not facts. So it's
See,
something,
I
go
I
ahead.
could have gotten behind the more like artistic, dancey, whatever, if the people are taking their bodybuilding prep seriously for their conditioning and final form.
Sure.
I've yet to see anybody do that that is hard as fucking nails.
I
Come
would
at me
agree.
after you do that.
I would agree. And like it was really just in response to that one guy that David Mosquito. I don't know. I think it's Mosquito, but posted where it's like that guy was like very out of shape and just like being profane. Like that's why I made that post.
Yes, and again,
Yeah.
delivery, like you
Yeah.
look ridiculous.
Yeah, it just made me uncomfortable to watch. But
Yeah. But that's probably why I did it too, is to like, oh, this is gonna explode, this will go viral, blah 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 blah. Like probably intentionally as an asshole for that type of attention.
dude, imagine like him being like a grandpa.
He's
Like,
probably a sweet old man, but he's just like, yeah, this is gonna make me famous. Let's do it.
he's like, fuck it.
Negative attention seems to always be what attracts more. There's this kid at my gym that's been doing all of these like rant posts of like him in his car and posting his physique and blah 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 blah. And he's a natural athlete, and like for a natural athlete, had like a pretty decent physique. He won classic physique at uh, a local show that honestly wasn't a very big show,
Yeah.
but starts posting about how like why haven't I become more famous for the fact that I'm a natural athlete. I won this show. I beat all of these enhanced competitors. Like why am I not becoming more popular? And it's like, well, just because you win one show, no one gives a fuck if you're natural or not. And if that's your line of um like calling natural, go to a natural federation because you're not going to get that attention.
Not only that, but like you attract what you put out too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like I mean, it's congrats that he won. That's fucking fantastic. But yeah, and like in some regard, if you compete in NPC, like no one gives a fuck if you're on stuff or not. I mean, some people do, but like again, like then
You
do
know, it's
natural shows.
funny. I used to feel like that too, being like, oh, like, because when I was doing figure, like, all natural, like, didn't even take creatine. And I remember the first time doing Universe, I ended up sixth place, and like classes were big. It was probably 30 people or so. And I remember being like, wow, if I had just been on steroids, maybe I would have won. No, I wouldn't have. It made no fucking difference. These girls are 20 pounds on me. But you do like you almost feel like, oh, well, I'm at the disadvantage, but you're also choosing the
Yeah.
disadvantage. So at that point, it's on you.
Yeah. I think what would be like a good way to kind of like wrap up social media is just like be aware that when you post, there are going to be people both like that use their professional Instagrams and of course anonymous people that just want to be mean or give you an opinion and be malicious about it. Like as much as I do try to give people the benefit of the doubt and try to give myself the benefit of the doubt now, there are just some people that are not inherently good, right? And if you choose to put yourself out on social media, you have to understand that you have a target on your forehead, right?
Mm.
Even if you're like the best person in the world, like I am, like you're just gonna have a target on your head. That was a joke, by the way. Like I'm not like the best.
I feel like people comment to you a lot though when you're any upset about things. So shut off your not notifications, responses on something if you want to post about that you don't want people to give input on.
Oh, that I don't mind. It was the anonymous Q&A, which I deleted that off my phone. No more anonymous Q&A. That usually gets me upset. It's not the comments. Like those don't upset me. Like I welcome those. But I'm more just saying like for the audience is like social media is a great place to stay connected with people that genuinely care about you, but not everyone genuinely cares about you on social media. So you just have to kind of like ride that wave and understand that like not everyone's good, not every comment's gonna be nice, but focus on like those that actually like genuinely care about you, and you'll probably be a lot happier person.
Sure, for sure.
Any final thoughts on your social media?
That's it.
That's it. Do you have any fun questions?
I'm not funny.
I think you're funny. Dude, Eric and I still laugh when you're just like, I'm just a girl. Like we still laugh at that. He's behind me right now,
I
laughing.
can see him bobbing.
I know he's like, we're just like over here just bouncing and stuff like that. Hmm.
That's so funny. Eric, since you're in the background on this, what do you think of a dirty day? What is your dirty day gonna
Oh
look
yeah, that's great. Come here. Bounce over
So
here.
what is my ideal dirty day?
Yeah, what's a
Tell
dirty?
me it starts with a shower though.
Oh, so it starts with sleeping in.
Okay.
Um, and then it involves having too much caffeine,
Yep.
other substances as desired.
Probably CBD or THC.
Okay.
Whichever.
Other substances
Doesn't that conflict with one another?
by the US government.
I mean, yeah, probably, but it's a dirty day, so we just get fucked up to get
Okay.
fucked up.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
probably snort some Max or however the fuck you say it.
What is it?
I don't know. There's these two. I think they're peptides. I should probably know that. I don't know. I just squirt shit up in my body and hope it works. But there's like I think it's
Don't try this at home, kids.
I know literally, yeah. I'm not your mom. But it's something where there's Samax and then there's Selenac, which I could be pronouncing these improperly. But it's more central nervous system located, so one
Okay.
helps to kind of like do focus.
Mhm.
So like when I'm doing things specifically like in the morning to focus on like rehab stuff, it's like kind of helping that neural connection. And then before the gym, again helping with that neural connection, and then before bed, calming down my anxiety. So rather than using like anxiety medication, I'm mostly doing things like acupuncture, deep breathing, and just snorting stuff.
Got it. Eric, continue.
Go ahead.
Yeah, acupuncture and deep breathing are not part of Dirty Day, by the way.
Yeah, no.
You
Nobody
you
wants-
have to hyperventilate the
You have to
entire day.
hyperventilate, you're not allowed to be calm. And then you should definitely have like a movie marathon or like a new video game that you're gonna play together,
Yeah.
or like
Okay.
I mean think about like the best possible day when you were like 14.
It's a sick day from school without being sick.
Yeah.
It's like a snow day. It's like an adult
Yeah.
snow day. Like I'm gonna choose to waste this day, and I have money and resources now to make it as pleasurable as possible.
We've made it.
To waste a day.
Yeah.
That's like you've made it point in life.
Yeah. Just like a Sunday. Just rest. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question about like what it's actually gonna look. But essentially it's just like just stop like being on. You know what I'm saying? You just like allow yourself to just chill. Like fully just
That's hard though. Honestly, I feel like
I'm scared. Yeah.
you're in a little different situation for the fact that like you work fully from home, you go to the gym and you're home. For me, I'm like boop, 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 all over the place all day. So like I don't notice my anxiety until it's bedtime and time to slow down. And I'm like,
Sound like a fucking demon.
like body is going one direction, brain is
Yeah.
going another. It's definitely a production.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But yeah, if you had a dirty day or a sick day, what would you do?
So I would get up and go out for a walk around the beach and have a coffee down there and relax, maybe paint some like scenery type things down at the beach.
No, you like to paint.
I do, yeah. Come home, make some breakfast.
What would be the breakfast though? Like you're allowed to be dirty. It's allowed not to be healthy. In fact, it's probably encouraged to not be healthy. She goes, pancakes.
I'm a breakfast sandwich gal.
Ooh,
like egg, sourdough, avocado, fruit on the side, something like that. Turkey bacon.
that's a good selection.
Yep. Honestly, I would just like a day that I don't have any commitments. That would be fantastic.
You commit to the dirty day and just commit to
Yes.
being dirty and doing whatever it is that you need to do. I
Yes.
feel like
Like
all of us need.
feel like doing naps. A nap would be in there too. Yep,
I
that's
love that
perfect.
for you.
I'm
I
a
love
simple,
that for you.
simple gal.
I love that. I love that. Let me think about a fun question before we go. Um, I can't ask you a food question because, like,
I fail them all.
it's not that you fail them, but like, to your point, you said I'm just too picky. Um, okay, let me ask you this. So, since you are a little bit older than me, were you a Facebook person or a MySpace person, or what was like your
I
pre?
had both.
But what was your like your preteen social media? You
MySpace.
like creamed, so you creamed your shorts for MySpace.
So I could not sign up for Facebook until I was actually technically in college because you needed a college email address to register for a Facebook account, which you probably should have stayed that way.
Dude, Instagram should stay that way.
Yeah,
Like you have to be 21 or I guess 18 to have an Instagram.
yeah. Remember MySpace that you were like trying to figure out the codes to like make like sparkly backgrounds and all type of
That was a little like I had a MySpace very temporarily, but then like what got introduced was like AOL Messenger and Tumblr. So I did that like code shit with Tumblr. And I like lost my fucking marbles on it. Right? Because it was like all this like cool stuff. You had like baby blue eyes in the background, and you were just like, oh my God, I'm just the girl. And you're just like,
Yeah.
you're like reading stuff that you have no business reading as like a fucking 11-year-old or whatever the fuck. But you're like, yeah, I'm on Tumblr. So yeah.
I'm actually glad that I was older than the like I know a lot of younger girls who are seeing things between like Facebook and Instagram or whatever of like models and unrealistic physiques and like I never had that like comparison
Yeah.
stage as a teenager at least because it didn't exist.
Mm.
Oh, the world was so simple. But yeah,
See, I did. I did because I had Tumblr. And so when I was like really, when I was abusing Tumblr, I was on the pro anorexia
I
hashtag
remember you saying
threads.
that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
learning how to diet through that and whatever.
Diet, punish yourself, like tricks to stay full that doesn't involve food. I think I still have it on a flash drive, RIP, where it's like I literally saved photos of these girls just skinny, like hip bones
You probably burned
protruding.
that.
I mean, it's something where it's like one, I'd have to find the flash drive. So like that's obstacle number one. And two, like it's crazy to me, like thinking about how sick I was mentally and how much I just wanted to be happy. And I thought that being skinny was that secret. And in
Mm.
reality, it was figuring out that I literally needed to just accept parts of me that I didn't like and be happy about them or focus on like improving myself in the right mindset. But I didn't fucking get there until I'm 29 years old, July 31st of 2025. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, thank God I learned so young, but also like I feel sad for not only my previous self, but then to your point, the girls growing up in social media in that regard, because like
Yeah.
holy shit.
I'm gonna be that parent that's like, no, you cannot have any type of social media until you're 25. Like,
Dude, honestly, I know that sounds like helicopter mom, but like they're just again like especially like as we continue to evolve and grow as like a species and electronically and all that fucking stuff, Chat GPT.
I would feel less against social media for like teenage girls and things like that if everything wasn't uh AI and edited and all of the
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, but even then it's like policing it and stuff like that. Like you would need an AI police. And
I'll
like
be totally honest. So you know how like Snapchat has filters and all of that type of stuff? Like I always kind of didn't like my nose because I had broken it 3 times
yeah,
and thought about the idea of getting it fixed.
yeah.
But then I was playing on Snapchat and I was like early 20s at this point and was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely fucking doing this. Like once I saw the vision of the filters actually adjusting what my face would have looked like. And honestly, if that had never happened, I probably wouldn't have gone through with it because it wasn't like seeing it come to reality.
Wow.
And I
Like,
don't regret it. That's one I don't regret, but I'm just saying like the effects that those type of things can have. I mean, I'm just thinking about myself of me having that one like actual like sort of reason for wanting to do it, but like someone
yeah,
else is just like, I hate myself, let's change it. Like
yeah.
I'm
That's
sure a lot of women go through that.
that's crazy. I never
You see the lips
that.
and the changing of the eye shape and like all of the things, and you're like, wow, I look awesome. I want to look like this.
Yeah, truthfully, like that's why I don't like to use filters. The only time I use filters is if I want to do like black and white. Whoo! But like the whole like I do the snail eyes or the ones where my lips look like you know what I'm saying? Like crazy lips. Like ones that
Yeah.
clearly it is a fucking filter to make me
Yeah.
laugh or make myself laugh, honestly. But like I definitely remember abusing filters being younger and being like, I would look so much better if my skin was like smooth, right? But it's like I have not perfect skin. And if I have a zit, I'm gonna put on a pimple patch so I don't fucking poke it to death and make it bleed and scar. But like, you see my skunky roots. Like, this is who I am. And if you like it, thanks. And if you don't, thanks.
But
Like,
that's growth too. It takes a long time to get to that point. I
yeah,
wish I got to the point where I am now that like I'm pretty unbothered by most people's opinions of me and this and that. But there was definitely a point in time that like you're too pale, you're too this, I don't like your hair, you're too thin, you're too fat, you're too muscular, you're not muscular enough, like enough that would drive me crazy. And now I just don't give a fuck.
yeah. I remember someone gave me a comment where it's like, it was one of my family members, and they were like, I don't like your hair that dark. And I was like, cool, I do.
Man.
And like that's fine. I get it. They grew up with me being blonde, but like I like black hair. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like it makes me happy. It's on my head. I have to pay the hairdresser. You don't like it? I'll be gone in like, 4 business days. Deal with it for 4 business days. That was a great discussion. Any final closing thoughts before we go so I can take a pee?
That's it.
Cool. Well, I love you. I love seeing your face. And will you show me your nose before and after? Like before it goes.
Yes, I definitely I have a side by side somewhere too.
Yes, please. I want to see that because I knew you got a nose job, but I thought it was just for the deviated septum for breathing. I didn't
No.
realize it was like a cosmetic thing.
No, because I had like a actual lump from the bridge like breaking. So at that point I was like, let's round this all out a little bit.
You're like, just get like sandpaper and just
Yeah, literally.
awesome. Well, it was
All right,
good
I'll
seeing
send
you.
you.
I love you. Talk to you soon.